What's going on, you guys? Like with you guys to the channel, it's your boy Big Dog. We got another Onetake podcast today. Got the prime Onetake and legit anime in here with me today. This is going to be a very different one from the ones you guys are used to because there are no subjects prepared. I did no preparation for this. I was supposed to got a list together, sent to these guys last night. Didn't happen. Okay. Didn't happen. I was watching The Boys. Of course, I'm pretty sure they didn't watch. And I was watching Mulan, which is another thing they didn't watch.
Got it. Watch The Boys.
Oh! Can we go 2 for 2?
Let's go 2 for 2.5. I got halfway through.
Halfway through? What does that mean? Like,
I got through an episode and a half.
There's still a fair point. I slept 3 hours last night.
Listen, I don't stay up as late.
Catching up on shit.
And I got young kids, and The Boys is not PG.
Oh well, you right.
That's why I watched it at night.
The Boys,
whenever they went around. Whenever my kids went around.
Homeland and his weird ass.
Oh,
super weird, super
creepy
freaking,
as fuck.
I gotta be real specific. I mean, I gotta be careful as to like what I say because I don't know what I'm thinking an episode and a half. The first episode, so you just got back where Butcher just got back and things are going well.
We could just talk about episode 1 because I feel like that was that episode. I feel like gave me so much information but told me nothing at the same time.
You really need to watch the other 2 episodes, especially the 3rd episode.
Hold on, no, I gotta say it. Like I said in my review for it, that shit pissed me off, bro. Like
I agree, but let's hold back on that. Let's go focus on episode 1.
Hold on,
a lot of things piss me off.
I ain't talking about the episode. I'm talking about the fact that we only got 3 episodes. Like it was to me, I got you get into that groove. You're like, oh, okay, we rolling now, and I'm like, I gotta wait till next week to watch it.
I feel you. I feel you.
Let's be real. That's a part of the money grab by Amazon.
Yeah.
To get viewers on and to get them to stay on longer.
Well, that was a part of me like not wanting to watch it until like it finishes, but I have no self-control, so I'm definitely gonna keep watching.
That's what I did with Game of Thrones for years.
Yeah.
The first I started watching Game of Thrones after the first season had ended, but the second season hadn't started airing. So I would wait the 8 or 10 weeks, whatever minute, before I would watch any other. Like I would just wait and watch everything. Except for the final season, because y'all was watching at the end and y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Hey, bro, listen, I'm in a pandemic. I knew a pandemic was coming back then, so I'm just staying in the house, and I had no choice but to watch TV, bro. I was spread.
I'll say this much. I forgot how excited it was for me to wait to watch TV, because I was watching like anime, stuff like that. And besides Stargirl, nothing else had really piqued my interest. I'm trying to remember what else came out this year that was hot. Tiger King, but I wasn't really too into it. It was just honestly, like I liked it.
Wait a minute.
Crazy.
Tiger King was hilarious.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, but I didn't see it as like I don't consider live action like real life TV, if you know what I mean. I like actual like film scripted shows.
Oh.
Like I'm waiting for The Mandalorian to come back. It should be coming back next month. The Boys and me super hype. What got me started was Stargirl though, because Stargirl to me honestly like it's been some of the best. I'll leave it at that. Some of the best.
Yeah. Stargirl was fat. But talk about episode 1 of The Boys. The Boys. Somebody pointed something out. Somebody said The Boys is looking more like the girls.
That's 100% right.
You started. I didn't think about it till literally the day. I was just like, wait. Yeah, it was focused on Starlight. It did focus on Stormfront. It's doing a lot more stuff with Kimiko. I said, wait a goddamn minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Like, this is, And then apparently Butcher's wife, Becca, is going to be more involved. I'm like, what the hell?
That's a good point. I did kind of notice that because in the first episode, maybe it's the second, maybe I'm getting them mixed up. But that girls get it done promo thing that they was all
yeah.
As Fred would call it, the female agenda is being pushed.
Yeah.
Welcome to 2020.
But one thing One thing I will say that I kind of don't like about the boys is like we get these new superheroes. They just kind of introduce, and I don't feel like they did a great job of building the world. Like My Hero Academia, like they do a good job of building the world, right? Like that like this is a world where 80% of the people are born with superpowers and whatnot. So when you see a superhero pop up, it's not like, where the hell did they come from? I kind of feel that way as about Stormfront. Like, I don't know if they did the best job setting up this world of superheroes. So like I feel like, and then what is it? The Black Arrow, the Negro Arrow. Who is he? The dude? You know what I'm talking about?
Archer, Eagle.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
was thinking Hawkeye. I was gonna say Hawk. No, that's not right.
I was gonna say Archer or something.
Sparrow, whatever. Like you just kind of introduce him like out of nowhere, and then he's working with old dude. Like, okay, like where did he come from? Like never knew this guy before. So I think
finish watching the episodes.
Okay, I know
But anybody wondering like, why are we still dealing with the Deep though? That's what even last.
He's still part of the 7.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Not have the best name.
The Deep.
Girl, they call me the Deep.
Listen,
like,
man.
I was thinking about that today.
He might got that name, but at the same time, that dude got fingered last year, bro. I don't want to hear nothing from him. He got that man got fingered last year, bro. He can't say too much nothing, okay?
Aggressively.
Like, oh my God, what is happening right now?
Okay. So, one thing I want to mention before we go too far away from FYI, I don't know why. Again, to me, Homelander rubs you the wrong way because he, to me, is the exact opposite of what Superman's supposed to be. Just being.
He's terrible. Like, what are you?
I know, right? Like, seriously, like, even as a villain, I don't like him. Like, Joffrey, as much as I hated Joffrey, I thought he was a great antagonist. As much as I hated Joffrey. I feel like the bratty kid made me hate him. So like, he fits the antagonist. I feel like Homelander doesn't make me hate him enough, but I don't like him enough. I feel he's creepy. But
yes.
But anyway,
go ahead.
I know that's the point. I was getting to. So, you haven't seen this yet, but there's certain things about Stormfront that makes you really, really, root for her.
Oh yeah. But at the same time, at first I was like that. Then you kind of like, wait, I don't know what is this Stormfront. You ain't seen it, but I'm almost positive Stormfront is racist.
Oh, no, she is. Dude, she said, what she said. I can't say what she said. I'm not trying to spoil shit, but she said what she said.
Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure she's racist, xenophobic. Is that what it's called? Like, you don't like people from other countries? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 100% her, though.
But I feel she pulls it off so much better. I'll leave it at that. I feel like she pulls it off so much better. I can't wait to go into more detail about this subject. Because to me, like, it goes to me like whenever I'm shopping in retail. I learned this lesson when I was, working a while back. Apparently, everybody will buy anything from, basically a girl because she actually has a more control figure. You don't actually know if she's actually upset or not. She would control her facial expressions a lot easier. Whereas a guy, apparently, if you're visibly upset, it might be difficult to actually make the sell. If you're able, I'm not sure. This is something that I was told from actually one of my managers. Basically, that's why they actually ended up liking hiring girls instead of guys or whatever the heck. I didn't know like there was an issue with that.
You be riding these gender lines, bro. Like,
man, he be going so far. I be like, where he
going? But no, look. I'm just giving the experience that happened in my life, etc. But anyway, the point being is like I feel like she is so much better at masking what she does. I love it.
Oh no, not for the public. Homelander in the beginning scene.
To me, I find him too cheesy, bro. I find he's too cheesy. He's not believable.
I don't know how in that world. I agree with Fred. I don't know how in that world they believe him. He is just nowhere.
Too cheesy.
He believed like he was trying hard to squeeze out a tear at that funeral. He threw his hand up on that thing. He was trying hard. Like he's just
too fucking cheesy.
Hit the lights. They can't see you.
Right, that's what it was. Hit the lights.
I can't get the waterworks going. Hit the lights.
He was not. He's just Homelander. I just don't know what it is about that man. Like you're right. Like I don't hate him. I don't like him. He's just creepy. Like dude is he. So old dude said it best. He's a man child.
He is.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I said Joffrey, because he doesn't even pull Joffrey right to me.
and then old dude who plays Homelander he's a fantastic actor. I believe this is the first time I've ever seen him in anything. But the scene with the bottle of milk.
Yeah. Oh my God, Hazel. That shit. Like, dude, you is disgusting, bro.
That did not go at all how I thought it would go. Now, this motherfucker.
Like, what the fuck is you doing, bro?
Fred, you got kids. This man prepared his bottle. He heated up his bottle. And then, like, I was like, okay, he gonna heat it up, whatever, and he gonna drink it. No. That's not what he did. That's not what he did. He had foreplay with that milk first.
Bro. Dude.
Before he drank it. And I was like, I'm finna fast forward this shit.
You got serious mother issues.
But he had moments like that, and then he have the moments where he's like, where you think, okay, this man is Superman, like he's powerful. When he clapped old dude's ears and then called him,
I was just for the brain that
savage,
and then
savage.
called him a cripple. Like, I'm like, that's the Homelander I would be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
But if I walk in on Homelander and he over here lapping up milk like he in a Fancy Feast commercial,
he's a bitch.
I'm not afraid of that guy.
No.
True. Until you see them eyes turn red, like, oh shit.
Right.
Oh,
So like
shit.
he just ain't done it for me yet. But like that scene, like in last season, you know, the few scenes where he killed old girl that he had this weird mommy boy fetish thing with.
Oh boy, yeah.
And then, you know, he just had these weird things. And then he drinking milk, like from a bottle. Did he drink milk like from her in season 1?
Yes. Do believe so?
Didn't she breastfeed?
No, he was. What? Oh,
I think so.
Breastfeeding. I remember him watching her.
No, I'm pretty sure he breastfed season 1.
I think so.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Moses, you probably remember it because it triggered bad memories.
Yeah, you probably
yeah.
zoned that out. You probably just tried to block that out. But pretty sure old boy breastfed. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's tough to figure out how you feel about Homelander because he goes from like powerful godlike figure to crybaby little boy. Like when he went up to old dude's office and was like, "Well, I just think I'm not gonna renew my contract. You ain't important. Get the fuck out of my office." And like he just kind of bowed down and walked out in a
no choice.
A little fit, you know. So that's why, like, I think he's a great character. I just don't know how I feel about him at this point.
I think the evilness got through for me last year when the whole plane scene. I was like,
that was a good intro for his dark side. That was a really good intro.
What? Oh, laser everything. I'm like, dude, okay.
And so, do y'all feel like they chose that scene to show that he's not Superman? Because how many scenes, movies, cartoons, comic books is Superman saving a plane full of people, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's perfect. It's a perfect foil.
Right. They chose to do the very opposite with Homelander to show you this is not Big Blue Boy Scout.
He didn't even try.
Nope. No,
his reasoning was like, it's pretty valid.
No, the first time we see him was he's blowing it up with the I-beams. The second time is whenever he's trying to save a plane, he doesn't save it. He just lets him die. So there was 2 different plane scenes. One was
I'm talking about the one with like
saving all the passengers. Yeah.
Like even Maeve was like, just save just the kid. It's like, no,
Oh,
what you think she gonna tell? I didn't save the
This
rest of
man
them.
hit him with the burn. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids.
Fuck
Yeah.
the kids. Fuck
Now,
the kids.
right quick, before we move on from Homelander, I wanted to ask this. Is it me or is Homelander is American milk like is milk that American of a thing?
What?
Is milk that much of an American thing? I get it that, you know, on the other side of the world the majority of people are lactose intolerant, but is milk really, really like an American thing? Like are they trying to tie that to Homelander kind of hard there?
Like drinking milk? I mean,
yeah.
So from a realistic standpoint, yeah, Americans drink a lot of milk. Homelander is weird. Like I feel like they're gonna have to bring that full circle. Like you can't introduce this dude's obsession with breast milk or this woman's milk and not let me know why. I need to know why.
He's still a kid. That nigga just a kid with power. Like, he a kid with power. Oh, okay.
So this
Yeah,
segue,
let's keep going. How far did you get on the show?
Huh?
His kid.
His kid is. That whole situation is weird because I don't like I said, I don't want to say too much, but that situation is at least we found out how Butcher's still alive. That's the only reason Butcher's still alive.
I'm glad, yes.
Right.
I was wondering how they were going to tie that.
Biggest question because I was like, there's no way Butcher fucking lives right there. Homelander finna kill him, and then Butcher wakes up. I'm like, wait, what? And then he basically is like, the reason, like,
wait. Did you see the reasoning? How far did you get?
I didn't see the reasoning.
I didn't think so.
I'm curious.
They didn't show that at the beginning of the episode.
No, now though.
Huh?
What the reasoning is? Because like I saw that Homelander let him live, and I know that what's her name? Becca. What is her name?
Yeah, Becca.
I know that she's the reason why. I just don't know. The dots haven't been connected for me, so like I got the dots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know.
Yeah. That's basically what I was saying. Like, she's the reason he's still alive.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So also that also means that he did rape her. Like he definitely raped her. Like
he hasn't seen that. He hasn't seen the other stuff. Now I'm not going to say that yet.
God damn! Listen, bro, they all go together. It doesn't.
I mean, they do. I mean, I'm going 90-10. 90% chance that that's exactly what happened. I do believe 90% of the time that's what could have happened for sure. Other percent is basically someone else influenced her somehow, or someone else blackmailed her. I think it might be the doctor who blackmailed her into doing that with Homelander.
Nah, I don't think that's because they wouldn't want him to know they wouldn't want him to have a kid.
Y'all think Homelander is capable of rape?
Hell yeah!
Yes.
I don't see it. Like I believe it, but at the same time, I don't see it.
He's the exact opposite of Superman. Yes.
He taking that ass. He took that ass. Like she stood no chance. I mean, what you gonna do? You can't really say no. I mean, you know, a superhero. What you gonna say?
Oh, you can say no. You'll just die.
It's not gonna change anything.
My bad. You can't say no. Everybody out there, I want y'all to know you can say no. Okay?
You
can.
You should say no.
Yes.
Say no, not yes.
Let's get away from this before I end up like Fred.
Okay. Haha, funny. But anyway, so I just want to finish the whole thing going off of for sure. I don't know why I'm not interested in the main hero's story as much anymore.
Who, Huey?
I'm not too interested in Huey that much right now.
I
feel like
I am in a way just because like he's pissed off at Butcher because like, yo, bitch, you left us. Like the last time I see you left us. And like 100%, Butcher is a terrible person. Yes. I don't see why they still hang with this guy. He's
a pirate.
Using all of them.
He's an Australian pirate.
He's using all of them for what he wants. I think they just happen to agree with it. And that's how he got Huey. I think the thing about Huey for me is like his reasoning is kind of wearing off. Like,
his morality.
Old dude ran through his chick right in front of him and she exploded. I just feel like his passion for like what he's doing is gone. Like he's forgotten like the reason I hate superheroes is because like, you ran through my chick and then just denied it like it was nothing. Like no one cared. Then you fall in love with the superhero, and it's kind of like,
like see, that's it. That kind of concluded his arc. That's what I'm saying. Like he went from hating to actually finding love yet again. He still needs to get vengeance for what happened with this girl. I'm saying yes.
But he could have.
But he saved A-Train last season.
Like that's
so that concluded his arc right there. I mean, you can keep going. Don't get me wrong.
At the same time, bro, ain't nobody else. Without killing him.
Yeah.
You fucking right.
A-Train. Yes.
The fuck?
Yes. A-Train. I would have stopped the old girl from giving him CPR. Fuck yeah.
I would have killed him with a smile on my face, bro. Listen, he would have been down there dying. I would have been choking him, trying to make sure he's still dead. Man, hell no. Man ran through my girlfriend. Bro, we couldn't have a funeral or nothing. Man,
Well, you
hell.
still have the hands. They could have had a funeral. Just a closed casket. Some remains are better than no remains. Some people don't get anything.
I think Fred forget who he
What?
was.
Hold on. Did you just say some remains?
Fred.
I'm just speaking from people who've actually never
Put
gotten bodies
yourself-
back at all.
Put yourself in that man's shoes, and that's Cindy. He runs,
Yes.
and somebody tell you, you could have still had a funeral. You had both hands.
So the way I'm looking at it is like this.
Don't lie to
I'm gonna explain it. So
Don't lie to us.
So this is gonna get political, okay? I've known plenty of people who've actually died trying to get to the U.S.
Fred.
Nothing's recovered.
You being a Republican. Answer my question.
Right.
If that's Cindy,
You just yes.
I just answered it.
and A train runs through her, and somebody tells you, so you telling me they
You
don't
would
even
tell
care-
us.
I'm still gonna have a funeral.
with two hands,
I still would have a funeral.
with two.
I would try and put to rest whatever remains I could, because that's just basically how I see how it's going. I am not going to be any less vengeful.
Fred, you gonna bury two severed hands?
Two hands?
That's the last thing I have from
You
that
gonna
person.
throw two hands in a casket and bury them?
Cremation, maybe. But still a funeral. Possible.
Fred, two hands. Two hands.
Okay. It's not that crazy. In the show, we already saw an empty, clear glass casket.
Why are you married?
This man said two hands.
Dude, it's remains. Some remains are better than nothing whenever you lose somebody.
No, Fred, that's not the case. So let me tell you this. I remember one time we was in high school. Yee, Charles Thompson Jr. Y'all know who he is. We had took a test, and he got like a 13 on that test. And you know what he told the teacher? You should have just gave me a 0. That way I know I did nothing right. Than to know I got 13% out of 100 right. Like that little bit. Like, no, Fred, like sometimes like it's best to have nothing than to have that just to be angry about it. Like I wouldn't want two hands. Take all of it.
I want to be angry.
If I get my head blown off, I
want to be angry.
Get real.
That's the point.
Fred,
you know what you lost. You want to be angry.
Fred, having them two hands ain't.
And you want to be able to mourn. Some way.
If this is your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they get exploded, like you should be angry. Period. Then you don't need two hands to be left to be.
No, angry. I don't. But at least I get to put something to rest.
Two hands. I would never in my life understand this right here, dog. Two hands. I get, you like, okay, there's something left. But you're saying there's something left, like the person's like still existing or something.
No, I'm not saying the person exists. The person is gone. The rage is real. The remorse, the sadness is all real. But there's still some, I'm not going to say some, but basically I'm thinking about not just from him who actually saw, but also from the family members who want to have some kind of closure, even though to them it's lies of them about actually what they're getting. They're still able to put something to rest. It helps people when they
closure when you get to it. Okay,
I'm just thinking from the perspective of basically people who basically don't have anything back to get, like people who have died in certain crashes where their bodies can't be recovered or remains are never found. Like how difficult would it be?
Don't compare that. You're saying remains are never found to two hands. Two hands are remains. That's remains.
Exactly.
That's something.
That's what I'm saying. Some people don't get that kind of closure when they have nothing left to give. That's what I'm saying.
What closure is you getting with two hands? That's what I'm saying. I don't see what closure you get with two hands, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Some remains are better than no. And I'm just going off again. Another Netflix show I just saw about a woman who got her son's skull. No, sorry, her son's. It wasn't even the skull. It was like a piece of the torso and like a toe. And she was happy that she at least found out that he was able to get something to put to rest.
Man, I'm not on wood right now. But anybody in my family get blew up and you fall up in the goddamn house, say, hey, it wasn't much left, but I brought you their foot. I'm gonna say you might well left that way. It was there. You already leave that way.
Yeah, again, if it's that person who I care about and I love, respect, etc., I'd want to be able to put them somehow, some form to rest. Even if it's just that's just how I'm looking at it.
Fred, I'm trying to level with you, bro. But as someone who lost a father this year and a brother last year, if in any one of those cases with my brother, and they came to us and told us all he had left from the car crash was his two hands, do you know what Ann?
I mean, again, like I said, even if it's cremation or something, like to kind of put to rest the ashes there, at least.
But I think you're mixing up the closure of like you talking about somebody who goes off to war and dies, something like that. They want that closure is like confirmation that yes, this person is dead and never coming back. Like we found remain. Like it's not the remains that mean something. It's the this person definitely died in war 30 years ago, even though you ain't seen them in 30 years. Like, yep, found a body, they're definitely dead. I don't think it's necessarily all time the body. It's getting confirmation without a doubt that they're dead. In that case, old dude,
looking at her,
right,
she is
right.
gone.
Saw her.
I get that. I was going more towards the spiritual side. I was looking more towards that end. People are more religious than others. People like to put bodies to rest. People like to have confirmation of what's happening.
Okay, ain't nobody you putting to rest.
I get that. I'll still go. I'll just go buried.
You won't send his two hands.
Basically, again, heaven forbid, something like that happens or in general. But I would prefer to be able to put something to rest.
So you would want those two hands?
Yes.
So you can cremate them or whatever it is you choose to do with it.
Put them to rest. That way, in case and they have any family members, in this case it'd be me and my kids, her relatives, they'd have somewhere to go, a location where it's buried, where they'd be able to go and mourn if they so wish. That to me is something that's also very, very important.
I
don't know why we go down these.
I don't know. There's no once Fred is set on something, there's no going back. There's no going back. There's no this like. But you know what? This is kind of what I expect the podcast to be today because, like I said, we just kind of like going off on stuff. But I was not fucking expecting this. I was not expecting the hands. I'm sorry, bro. Greg, that's your thought process. I ain't mad at it, but I 100%, 100% disagree and do not understand whatsoever. Okay, whatsoever. Now, oh shit, we have not talked on the podcast since Chadwick Boseman passed. So I want to know
one of those
where were y'all at when it happened?
That's a transition right there.
Right. So this is a good transition.
Because he did. I mean, he passed away. We were just talking about he passed away. So.
Because you were dealing with Hurricane Laura and had no power when the news came through, right?
Yeah.
I think me and Fred were actually
30 minutes after the news came out.
Yeah, we were actually talking in the Slack when the news hit. And I remember sending it to Fred or sending it to the group, all of y'all being like, tell me this ain't true. And Fred hit back like, man, it's all over the internet. It's gotta be true. And I think we, pinged you and you didn't respond. And Fred was like, man, they ain't got no power. And I just remember being like, shook. Just because it hit home for me, right? My dad passed away from colon cancer this year.
Yeah.
Black Panther, from colon cancer. I'm just like, so first off, 2020 been shit. My year started off shit, losing my dad. Then my basketball idol, Kobe. It was Kobe, Jeter, Brady, all in the 90s, who I grew up with. This year's just been shit. The Chadwick Boseman dying, what he meant to us as people of color and his role in that movie. And this is funny because as a baseball fan, I've never seen the movie 42 where he played Jackie Robinson. You would think as a black baseball player, I've never seen that movie. I know, don't roast me. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it now. He gone. Better late than never.
Yeah.
Never seen Marshall. Never seen Get On Up. My first introduction to Chadwick Boseman was Civil War. Was it Civil War? Was the first one he
Civil
did?
War.
Yeah.
That was my first introduction to him. And then when he did Black Panther, I mean, I'm not a fan of Michael B. Jordan, but his work at Black, like, it was great. I understand what it means to kids today to have a superhero who looks like them, who looks like them, dresses like them, has a hairstyle like them. Like, I understand what it means, because we didn't. I think the closest I can remember that us having, I can think of 3 guys off the top of my head. One of the first one comes to mind is Static Shock.
Oh yeah.
His
Yep.
cartoon
Green
back in
Lantern.
the day. Green Lantern, John Stewart, and I'm gonna say John Jones because when he's not in Martian form, he's a black guy.
Hey man. Hey, listen.
Take what you got.
Superman.
Let's. We can't claim John Jones, bro. We can't claim John Jones. I'm sorry, but no offense. I don't want to get out of subject, man. We can't claim John Jones, bro. We can.
And then I think learning that this man suffered in silence for 4 years with stage 3. My father was diagnosed with stage 4, so like I know the toll that would take. Although my father was twice as old, like I know the toll that probably took on his body. So I'm gonna wrap this up in kind of two things. One of the actors on the Five Bloods with him, the older guy, Peter Clark, something like that, older black guy. He recently did an interview where he said he had talked to his wife after about a week of filming, and she asked him what is Chadwick Boseman like, and he was like, I think he kind of soft. And she was like, what do you mean? He was like, man, his girlfriend is here, and his they got massage therapists here massaging his feet and his neck and his back, and his wife is always getting him water. He's like, he a soft young brother, not knowing that this man was
damn, I didn't know that.
colon cancer.
Yeah, it came out earlier.
I read that. I read it, then I watched the interview yesterday, and I was like, man, like, people who didn't know, you might have thought that, right? I remember earlier this year when he was, that picture came out, he was really thin. I remember sending that to another friend of mine saying, like, man, like, he looks bad, or he must be preparing for a role. But the thing that hit home for me most, and it kind of helping me deal with my father's death, because like it's September's this month is his birthday. It's been a long fucking year, and it's gonna be a long month. But there was a comment on a YouTube video of one of the scenes or one of the news. I don't remember which video it was, but the top comment in that video was, the guy said, as far as he was concerned, Chadwick Boseman beat cancer because he didn't let it dictate his life. He went out and performed, still gave us great movies, performances for fans that he knew meant something, never once complained. He suffered in silence. And as far as he's concerned, he beat cancer. I was like, that is the truest statement I've read about that man since he passed, because he did. Like, I think a lot of people, I think we have this mindset that beating cancer is getting rid of it out of your body, going into remission and, leading a normal life. But that's not the result for a lot of people. A lot of people, cancer takes them. And I think sometimes it's how you live your life after you've gotten that news, that diagnosis, is just as important sometimes as beating it. Like, my father wanted to come home and enjoy his family. Like, there was no going through treatment. And as far as I'm concerned, he beat cancer. He didn't let it dictate him and get that victory over him. And that's why, to me, Chadwick Boseman is truly a hero. Now knowing that he did those movies and persevered through what he was going to, he didn't let it dictate. Like, that's why that dude is truly a hero.
So, going off of that, actually, that tangent right quick.
For you go.
I know. Well, I'm not playing topic. No, of course not. No, I was actually going off. I was going off my sister's experience she actually had in the Mayo Clinic.
Pressure on everybody.
No, like, the one thing that caught me about Chadwick Boseman was basically he himself was suffering from cancer, but he was going to St. Jude's. He was going to these places to give people with the same condition he had hope. He went there to be their champion. And to me, that's kind of a big deal because of the fact that my sister was in the hospital with some of these kids before when she was younger. So I'm like, I remember her coming back and telling me the stories. My parents say the same thing with stories about some of these kids and how they were, how sad they were, that just any little bit of joy is big. And now knowing that not only was he suffering with cancer itself, he was going to see kids with the same condition at a much younger age, cheering them on, powering through. So I mean, like to me, it's just shows who he really was as a man, who he was not just as a man, as a hero, as a person. I guess just it's the
Yeah, I ain't
epitome
gonna lie right now,
of
dog.
it.
Y'all kind of fucking me up because I don't want to follow down with y'all right now. I'd rather we just skip me and go back to one of y'all again. Because, hey, bro.
So let's. I think we're
Fuck.
all in agreement. Fred sent the meme that Shorty Leticia Wright should take up the mantle in the movie as Black Panther.
100%.
They
100%.
should not recast
Agree.
100%.
him, get a new actor, let her do it. How do y'all feel about
A transition?
him dying off screen and then
Oh shit!
So
That's literally the as far as like moving forward, you can't move forward without. You can't just be like, oh, he's off.
That's the thing.
So let me say this.
I think we'll understand. I think as an audience we'll understand.
I think they should kill off Black Panther because I ain't gonna lie. Someone posted a clip that kind of got me a little misty eyed. That in game, when everybody reappeared, he was the first one to step through.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
He was.
Like Falcon was the first one you heard on your left.
The first person you see.
The first person you see is Black Panther. And I'm just like, why y'all doing this? Stop.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where, like, I think he deserves, because of the man he was off screen, who Chadwick Boseman was to people and who Black Panther was to people. I think he definitely deserves the Tony Stark, RDJ, Iron Man send-off in the MCU.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, I do know he has a brother. I think his name was Kevin Boseman. I need to double check. I'm not sure if the thing to do is let him finish the role, get someone else to finish it in the suit.
Nope.
Or just off screen.
Kill him off screen.
I don't think, even if it's a brother, I don't think nobody really wants to, because it's like down the road, like after the MCU's over and they reboot it, yeah, you get another one. But as far as like a storytelling standpoint, you have the perfect person in Letitia Wright, because based on the comic, she gets put in that point, and you can kind of like center the movie around that whole thing.
No, of course. I was mentioning like his death scene is all I was mentioning. Instead of him being dead off screen or anything else in general, like someone in the suit, not necessarily him or just pure.
The next person we see in that suit should be
sure.
Yeah, that shit sucks. So that's just absolutely like, I think 43, and I know me, I'd be like, I'm gonna top out at like 60, but like, damn, yeah, like real talk. I've always said that though. Like I don't plan on going past 60. That's my top out date. But just you think about 43, you be like, fuck. But like at the same time, he did so much stuff and gave us so much in that little time. Only movie I think of his, well, there's one on Netflix I know I haven't seen, and I know I didn't see Get Down. I'm not to Get Down. Get On Down. The James Brown one. Get On Up. I ain't seen that one, but everything else I've seen. And I'm just like, the dude was talented as hell.
Very much so.
He was always good in everything he did. And he seemed like my biggest thing about him was like, he seemed like a real genuine person. Like one of those people who actually cared and didn't just, there's people who like, when something happens, that's when you hear about them and they come out and stuff like that. But he seemed like a person who, no matter what, he was always like, he cared about what was going on and like the world in general, which is rare because a lot of people just don't give a fuck. Like fucking burn.
Not with his popularity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as black actors go, not a lot have reached the height in popularity and being a household name and knowing who he was, right? And so like the fact that he seemed to stay true to who he was as a person before fame, after fame, which I think
That says a lot.
Is big in some
that shit's
like that. Yeah, it's
amazing, bro.
Okay.
This is amazing.
so it's
Not gonna get a good transition this time, buddy.
Oh,
Not gonna get a good transition for the next
I got a
episode.
good transition. I got a good transition.
Okay.
Y'all know what's else dead?
What?
Man of Tomorrow, dead.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Fred, you watched it?
But before you go on a rant, I have to say this. Before you go on a rant, I have to say this.
I'm not going on a rant. Just because you said I'm going on a rant, I'm not going on a rant.
Before you trash the movie, I'm gonna say this. I have just a couple issues with it, but other than that, it was a decent movie. My issues with the timing of the speech with Parasite, how that came in. I really didn't. I don't think that kind of threw me off the loop. I feel how the flow of the movie was going. I also feel like they threw in maybe too many characters to kind of handle for just a single movie and didn't handle it correctly.
This that bullshit. My
two things. Other than that, I thought it was a pretty decent movie.
This that bullshit. Let me have said this. Let me have said I thought the movie was okay. You love everything. You don't think no movie's bad. But Fred say this shit, and it's just supposed to be all good.
I think it's a decent movie at best.
Fred. Like, let's not tell that lie. And maybe as a Superman fan, I'm more harsh than y'all. But if someone were to ask me what that movie was about, I couldn't tell them. I have no idea. There are very few. This is the first time. There's no Superman movie I've seen that's about Superman, Man of Tomorrow, where John Jones is a more exciting character to me than Superman.
Well, personally, again, the thing that made me like the movie, I like the portrayal of Lobo. I like the portrayal of Lois. I feel like she's actually an actual character from nowadays.
You proving my point.
Yeah.
This is a movie about Superman, and you just named two characters who aren't Superman.
Hold up. I gotta stop you short though, cause one time. I'm sorry, we agree on a lot, but there's no iteration in which John Jones is the most interesting person ever.
He was more interested in Superman in that movie.
No. John Jones is literally the worst DC character of all time. I'm picking Polka Dot Man over John Jones any day. Okay?
That's fair. I mean, I agree with you. I agree.
Listen,
I will say this at how bad this Superman movie was. Right?
I was just like Superman, like, now granted, I was kind of like, towards the end, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm just ready for this thing to be over. Does he not save her? Does the Parasite technically the person who saved everything?
Parasite's the person who did it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parasite saved everybody.
So I do have to say, the moment y'all saw him absorb power, was the first thing that came to your mind Metacooler?
It was not.
What I didn't like was Parasite turning into Godzilla.
Because that was the first thing that came up. I was like, oh, because I was trying to tie together. He already knew he could absorb. He could go up to the sun and get energy. So my mind,
I like that.
He was just gonna go up, absorb as much as he can, and overfeed the monster like Goku and Vegeta did for Metacooler. Like I was like, okay,
I thought the same thing. I honestly did think the same thing.
That's how he wins. And then that didn't happen, and I'm just like, why does this Superman movie exist? Like, I don't understand why it exists at all. Like, this is the beginning of a new animated universe. And to me, one of the best things I got out of this movie was Lobo exists and Batman exists.
I'm really just for Batman. I'm excited for Batman stuff.
It's an introduction to Batman. That's really what
I'm excited for Batman. I'm excited for Batman. Anyway.
Right. We just said here for 2020 is the year of the Batman.
Anyway, I just wanted to mention this. The only reason why I feel like this movie kind of makes sense, only reason I say it is because it is the beginning. They're starting over from scratch, and this is still a young Superman.
That's why I kind of gave it a slight pass.
No, because the beginning of the last animated universe was 10 times
Justice
better
League
than this.
War. It was Justice League War.
But see, that Superman was already developed. He already had his abilities and set and all this extra stuff. Like I feel like this is a like kind of a I say snot nose ish Superman.
That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
The snot nose ish Superman. But I did love the fact that the cape is due to Batman and yeah.
And
I did.
Lois is
Yeah,
horrible.
his mom. No, listen.
I feel Lois is accurate to like what a journalist has to be nowadays. You have to go out there and try and get the story.
That's my thing. I don't like them. I don't like those people. None of them. Like in the iteration. That's one of the reasons. Like I love Candace Payne. Y'all know that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? She called me right now. I'm headed wherever she at. Okay, but I just hate the old reporter, the journalist stuff. All of you. Get out of my face. Okay, get out of my face.
Can I say something about Candace Payne?
If it's anything other than she's great, no.
No. That's not
Okay.
Fred, do you remember when we went to the anime con and we
Who was
had the
there?
opportunity to meet her and we didn't because we didn't really know who she was? Like
Exactly.
I think Flash was in its first season at that point, and we
It wasn't even over yet.
Yeah, like the first
We
season.
went to a few episodes.
And like she was there, and we were just like, yeah, whatever. Like, cause like there was no
We walked by
line.
and saw her.
There was no line to meet her or anything like that. We could have easily got a pic, didn't do it.
She still charged for pictures too. Stan Lee was charging too, so that's why we didn't get like that
Stan
many.
Lee was like 150, and she was like 35 or something like that.
150. I mean, he dead now, but that picture won't be worth nothing to nobody else though. Like it's just a picture of me and Stan Lee. Who gonna buy this shit?
I actually, when we walked by, I actually recorded. I have it in the recording somewhere.
That's like our plug on Panda's Cat. Like we were like literally like 30 feet away.
Panda's Cat. Did you?
Oh God! I don't. Candace Patton.
Yeah. But listen. First of all, I don't like even when the Superman and Lois show comes out. I just do not. It's not just Lois. It's not just Lois. It was Karen from I think that's that girl's name actually Karen from Daredevil. Like they just conniving to me. You know what I'm saying?
That was a bad version of Lois, Fred. Like I get what you're saying. Like she's a reporter in 2020. That was the like.
No, it's not. It's not my epitome of Lois, but I see how they brought her up to date.
Yeah,
to actually be more of a. You have to get the story.
She was an asshole, bro.
Yeah,
she was. But that doesn't mean you're a bad person just because you're an asshole sometimes.
Yeah,
you could be good.
No, she's a bad person in this.
Yes, and she did. She tried to steal a dude's story. Like, what are you talking about?
We can.
That is true.
We can share it. Our names can go. Shut the door.
Fuck out of here.
I'm glad he at least buy Lois.
But what did we learn about power moves?
They don't work.
Superman made it work.
He's Superman.
He did. Yeah, that Clark would have tried some shit like that.
He was like the fourth most powerful person in his movie.
Yeah, because Lobo. I fuck with Lobo. Bro.
Lobo was dope.
Lobo. I need Jason Momoa to play Lobo. Did y'all
feel underwhelmed by Lex?
Yeah,
I felt very underwhelmed.
He didn't. He wasn't he's like, oh, now I can take down both of you. Man, what? All thing he was missing was a mustache to twirl. Like,
don't you mean a monocle?
Like they started his hate for Superman a little early. You know what I mean? Like you just saw this guy today, and you hate him today.
Yeah, that didn't. It was a big mess. Bro.
Yeah, they tried to take years of Lex hating Superman because he has all of this power and likes to walk around like a normal human being. Like you took that and tried to combine it in that little bitty movie that quick. Like no, like he instantly hated him. It's like, oh, like I'm gonna use kryptonite to take you down.
For some reason, the movie felt so long. It
did.
So I'm like, damn. I'm like, I know this movie's still like $120, but why is it still going?
It's because the pace thing was slow. But then again, to me, it felt long because I was watching it at night and I was sleepy too. So that could also affect my judgment a little bit. But I was sleepy.
It was over. It was still. It had more. Like it kept going.
I damn near fell asleep.
I had the power to last.
I still go off the mindset that we didn't need Parasite. We honestly really didn't. I mean, I like the story, how like it was intricate. I don't like how they did Godzilla.
But here's the thing: you gonna do you gonna introduce I mean, if you don't have Parasite, you just have him going against Lobo, nobody's rooting for Superman. Because Lobo was just cooler.
Whoa.
See, Lobo, but then when he broke
I'm
out
talking
again,
about in that movie.
Parasite
You
let
said
him
you
break
was
out,
rooting-
obviously.
I'm always rooting for Superman.
He's a Superman fan, obviously.
Listen, I'm not even always rooting for Batman. There's times where I want Joker to get the dub.
It's because Batman has
fair
a
point.
great villain. Superman.
Fair point.
does not.
So I thought it was going to be a Superman versus Lex thing until I saw old boy. I knew his name obviously, but also recognized the fact that the slime he charged. Oh, he's Parasite.
And then
I didn't know.
Again,
Lobo,
I thought it was gonna be again like a Superman Lex Luthor kind of thing. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
I thought it was a white Martian at first when I saw
I
the
did too.
cover.
I did too.
Cover, I thought it was a white
I
Martian.
thought it was a white mark. And then Lobo is like on their side at the end.
Like you not
The
gonna get
main
the
man.
bounty?
Like we just giving up on this bounty. Like you just gonna go home and take a shit. That's what we doing.
Well, I mean, if you have to, and it's kind of urgent, sometimes you only feel comfortable taking it at home.
And I love
Man,
how
that's a long ride.
I only shit at my house.
The funniest part for me when he said, the difference between me and you guys, I killed everybody in my race.
No, just kidding. He wasn't kidding. He actually did it. He did that shit.
I was just like, they think he playing, but that boy is dead ass for real.
That's serious.
That dude killed
That was
all his
funny as
people.
fuck.
That dude killed his entire. That dude committed genocide by himself.
He's the complete opposite of that.
Yes. He's just like, I'm gonna kill all y'all. Ain't no,
Okay,
we ain't
so
getting no better. We ain't
I feel like
getting
this is dragging a little bit, just like the news.
Oh.
And then wait a minute. And then Lobo tells both of them, "Oh, there's more of you out there."
It's just the Last of Us gets a bigger bounty.
Right, like
The last one.
He tells John there's more Martians, and then it's like Clark, yeah, maybe a Kryptonian or two, and then don't tell him where they are. He just leaves.
That's a Lobo thing to do, though.
You
That's
just
a
did
Lobo thing to do.
motorcycle crank up, and he just chunks the deuces. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you got two dudes who think that they're the last of their kind, and you know that there are more of them out there, and you tell them, yeah, some more, and then you just leave.
Yeah.
Fine. That's
Like,
Lobo.
hey, you know I ain't never been to space, right? I don't know how to find nobody.
Right.
That's Lobo. That's Lobo.
But this is old. But did y'all see the Death in the Family trailer, the DC animated film, the one where you can pick the story?
Yes, you get to pick if he actually dies or lives.
I have no idea what Joe's talking about.
So like in the Death of the Family, Batman, Jason Todd's killed by the Joker, right? And then he later on becomes the Red Hood.
Right.
In the movie, you can pick the entire story, like what a story goes.
Well, there's more to it than that. Back in was it the 70s, I believe, whenever Jason Todd was actually first gonna be killed, they let the comic book readers actually vote to let him die. Or no, I'm thinking 70s. What am I thinking?
88.
It was earlier. In 88, was it 88? So they actually let the readers choose. Do you want him to live? Do you want him to die? The readers chose die. So now they're revisiting that.
54-46, but I don't know.
But still, they still ended up choosing, so they killed him off.
Yeah.
And it was proven because they found the panel of one where he lives. They didn't continue it any further, but it was an extra panel that wasn't even colored in, showing that, he saved him. So, yeah, so I think it's really, I like the fact they're doing that twist.
I'm definitely killing them.
Because you like Red Hood more.
Yeah, of course.
He still could have became Red Hood, though.
Red Hood kills. He wouldn't have been killing under Batman.
I think he may have actually eventually left Batman, still ended up somehow getting affected by the Joker, and not turned into the exact Red Hood we know today. But I think he still probably would have been more.
Well, how about this?
When you watch it,
when you watch it, you don't let him get killed and see how it's
I'm not going to let him. I'm curious. I'm
killing
curious.
his ass. I'm killing him. I'm making him kill Batman if I can. I'm making him kill Joker if I can.
Nah, I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious. So I want him to live.
Nobody say he gonna kill Black Mask. This month? Probably not this month. No, it might be this month. Either this month or next month.
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out this month, I thought. Because I thought it was Superman and then this guy, 2 weeks later.
I don't know how I don't be buying these movies, man. I so I need that.
I'm gonna end up buying this one just because of that one reason.
That's the only reason I would probably get this. But I'll be like,
Because I want to be able to choose. That's about it. If not, I wouldn't buy it.
I'm gonna watch it because I'm probably not.
I need that rent for that $2.99.
You know what? That's a good idea. I'll probably just rent it.
I need to rent that. I can't do it.
That's a good idea.
I ain't got that dub for those
shit.
hour 30-minute movie. Anything else been going on? I'm going back to the movies lately, but
oh my gosh,
that's about it for me.
So just so we know, Fred, you upside down.
Oh shit.
You should have said that. You should have said that. You should have said that.
Topsy-turvy.
So Mulan is a no-go.
For y'all would not
This thing
like.
doesn't want to work.
I can almost assure you. What Disney live action movies did you like? If you like this.
Aladdin.
Wait a minute. I feel like I have to think on this, not because they're bad, because I have to remember what I've seen.
Okay.
Aladdin.
I did like Aladdin. I was surprised at how much I like Aladdin, but that had the incomparable Will Smith in it. So,
The GOAT. Yeah. Can't get mad at that.
I did like the Jungle Book remake.
Yeah, I love that too.
I love the Jungle Book remake.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else has come out?
Oh, I think
Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast was all right.
Yeah, I like Beauty and the Beast.
Did not like that.
I think the best way I can describe it, and this is a weird way to say it, it's like a lesser version
of the original because it's missing the charisma and it's missing. It's just in the charisma.
Is it just a bunch of serious Chinese actors? I feel like that's what this is.
Like it has no life to it.
Like, I don't know why you made this movie. Like, if you wanted to do something closer to the book or the source material or the actual story of Mulan, like
money hungry. Why
do that? Like, why make? If I want to know like the true history, like I would watch the History Channel special on this shit. Like, I don't.
But you got like more people. I think I'm actually in the minority on this. I didn't hate the movie by any means. It's just the lead. I think the lead is good. The lead girl is good. Liu Yifei, I want to say that's her name. To me, I feel like they don't give, and the movie follows her solely. Yet I still feel like they don't give her a lot to do. They don't let her be. They don't really give her a lot of personality. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of. I want to be the very best, and like that's.
Does it make sense though? She's trying not to stand out. She's trying to hide in the army. That makes sense, doesn't it?
In the animated was kind of boring. She didn't have a lot of personality.
But like she was like, oh, my name is like.
She still had her moments. She shined.
She had moments. You're right. But
and the side characters were funny. The short, fat dude, the skinny.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the side characters, to me, made more of Mulan than Mulan. Right? Cricky, Mushu, the side. Po Finn. What is it? Po Finn? Am I making up Star Wars name? Because I don't know if that's their name.
I think you're making up Star Wars name.
Definitely think you're making a Star Wars name, brother.
The fat guy, the skinny guy, the short guy. Those guys.
What was it? It's Ping. Ping is the skinny one.
I was close.
Oh crap! Well, I knew these guys. Literally, right before I saw them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ping, Yao, Ping. Yao is the short one. Ping is the skinny one. And oh my gosh, I can't remember the big guy.
I'm telling you, his name is Po. I know it's Po.
It's not Po. Po's the panda. Oh my gosh. Oh damn it! I'm not looking it up. I know this shit. Continue what I think.
We're not gonna wait for you to figure it out. But I feel like I'm gonna watch it. I'm just not gonna pay for it. And I may not even get through it. Like I say that, and then it'll be one of those movies I just end up on my phone doing something else because I'm just not.
It would surprise me if y'all actually come because the action scenes are good.
Yao Ling and Chen Po. You're right, it was Po.
Chen Po was Po. I knew his name was Po.
It's Chien Po.
You didn't know his name was Po.
They call him Po. His nickname.
Chien Po. So it was Yao Ling Chien Po. I thought it was Ping.
I was mixed his name. Fin Po. I was in there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. the action scenes are cool. It's just they do too much slow motion.
Let me tell you how you get me. Let me tell you how you get me. Is it visually stunning?
Yeah, I heard yes.
That's
Certain
how you
scenes.
get me.
That bitch is pretty beautiful.
That's how
It's
you, because
bright.
y'all know
It's
I'm all
bright.
about.
It's pretty bright.
But I did hear that also some of the green screen scenes you could tell they were green screen. The things I just heard.
I don't know. I'm watching it on the TV, so it's not. I feel like on a big screen, like a movie theater, I can see it more. But like my TV, I'm like, it's pretty good to me. But what I will say, you know how they try to say, hey, we're gonna replace Mushu with this Phoenix.
I heard it did nothing.
Worst decision ever.
That did not happen. I want y'all to know right now, you can completely take that Phoenix out of this movie and not a single thing changes. The Phoenix is not even really there. It's in 3 scenes for a total
20 seconds?
Grand total.
20 seconds? 30 seconds?
Maybe 45.
45? Okay, I was just guessing. I'm not sure.
Grand total. Like, it is not used at all. Like, it's
That's
just
a waste.
there. And like, it's not used.
So let me tell you this. It seems like Disney made the smart decision. Because they'll make a decent amount of money off this movie still because you charge them $30 a pop.
Oh, yeah.
30 bottles. I don't know what kind of bottles we drinking, but 30 bottles.
30 bottles?
You said bottles.
$30 a pop.
A pop.
So I feel like it's reviewed pretty shitty, but like I told y'all, like people still kind of stuck in the house. We ain't had no great movies come out. Movies that we supposed to see. Wonder Woman, I'm looking at you. Movies that
I want to watch Tenet.
ain't came out.
I'm looking at you.
Theater still ain't widely open across the country, or you know what I mean. So I feel like it'll do well from a standpoint of like we ain't got nothing else to watch.
Man, I want to watch Tenet.
That is the theater experience movie right there.
So, cause Tenet, scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
As a movie?
Yeah.
As a whole, yeah.
9.5.
Okay, so it's probably like around a 7 to 8.
Hold up. Both of y'all love Interstellar, right?
Sorry, who?
Interstellar?
Yeah,
Fred.
I love Interstellar.
So let me say this. I was thinking the same thing, Fred. He just said it before I did. I was like, yeah, it's probably like 7 or 8. Like, I was thinking the same thing.
Fred, did I watch Interstellar at your house?
Yes, you did. Multiple times.
Do I love Interstellar?
It's better than Interstellar.
It's in his top 10. Top 5.
Wait a minute. Did he ask me, do I love
He asked you.
Interstellar? I own
To be fair,
in 2 different formats, and I probably watch Interstellar once every 3 months.
so to be fair, Moses, the first time you were watching Interstellar, you didn't even pay attention. Just being honest, because I had it playing in the background.
It is better than Interstellar. Tenet is Christopher Nolan's 3rd best film.
I know what number 1 is. What's number 2?
Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, what's number 1?
Dark Knight.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Like, did you like Inception?
So let me say this. I have not seen Inception probably in 5 years. I know I've seen it. I know I liked it. I'd have to watch it again to know.
I've only seen it once too.
So, and let me tell you this. I don't remember shit. Exception one of those movies you have to watch like 3 to 5 times before
to get what's going on.
Yeah.
All I remember watching Inception was like, it was cool.
Confusing sometimes.
I have no idea what the fuck that movie's about.
I know, right? It's weird. Like I saw it once too, and I didn't want to pick it back up.
I remember it, but like, yeah, I've only seen it once.
All I remember is that it was a dream within a dream within a dream within. I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
All I remember.
I couldn't describe that movie to somebody.
Like, well, I can't say you'll be able to necessarily describe Tenet in a way, but you will get it. But at the same time, you'd be like, you have to be a genius to write that fucking movie. I'm sorry. Like, there's no other way around it. Like,
Okay.
I'm watching that bitch, and it just me and my partner Devin watching it. And I looked over at him, and he was looking at me like, dude, what the fuck is happening? Like, how the fuck did this, like, we were watching, like, how did this happen? Like, how did he come up with this? How did we get to this spot that we're at? Like, and everybody in it is great. Like, John David Washington, great. Robert Pattinson, great.
I mean,
Kenneth Branagh.
Are we surprised? Like, to my knowledge, the first Christopher Nolan film, did he do the first Batman? Batman Begins?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did them all.
Let me take that out. The second Batman film with the Joker, right?
Mm-hmm.
The opening scene, to me, is one of the greatest opening scenes in movie history.
Movie history, yes.
Like, that's when I was like, okay, Christopher Nolan can make a movie and I'm going to watch it. I don't care what it's about. Like, 1918, I watched that shit just because Christopher Nolan did it. I didn't care shit about what happened in 1918.
that is a rare occurrence this day and age.
I didn't care shit about that movie. Christopher Nolan did it. Just because, like, Batman Begins was great. Like, it was great. But the opening scene to The Dark Knight was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
He told, you're the joke? Wait, did he just pull that school bus off with the
what made it worse, what made the best effect, he's the first person you see holding the clown mask, and you didn't even know that was actually him.
Did I just witness him get away with a crime?
Yeah.
Do I have to about? Like, do I need, like, that's, I remember watching
Wait.
I remember all those.
Who do I shoot? Who else to shoot?
And I'm just like, this is the first 15 minutes of this movie. And I was already ready to give them movie of the year. And I hadn't seen.
Listen. But that's kind of like how tennis starts, and you kind of like, you start and you kind of like take a deep breath and you wait for that opening sequence to end, and you're just like, shit. Well, we in it. Like, it's so Christopher Nolan. Like, the style, like the opening scene in this reminds me of the stadium scene in The Dark Knight Rises.
Great scene.
It reminds me of that. Like, I'm just kind of like, you stuff is happening. You don't, like, everybody has on masks. That's like, but like, they're not like a gas mask. So you don't even know who the fuck you're watching. But
you're making me want to watch this more. Just letting you know. You're making me want to watch this more.
Let's be real. It's Christopher Nolan.
It's Christopher Nolan.
I remember.
Listen, I exaggerate about a lot of stuff, but it's Christopher Nolan.
See, that's the thing. I want to watch it, but I also don't. I don't want to go to a theater. But I don't. If I go to a theater, I'm going to go to a drive-in theater. But I don't want to go to a drive-in theater because there's too much distractions.
No. I'm either experiencing that.
Have to be in
a theater or with my system at home. Like, I'm not.
You gotta actually, like, dog. That motherfucker was so loud and just like I felt, you know, it's called 4DX. Like, you got the little chairs.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of felt. Like, just about the sound, you know, we ain't got no 4DX shit down here, but it's just like, damn, I'm in there. And I'm loving it because it's some crazy shit going on. It's some crazy, like, you gonna see it. I think you gonna really, really like it.
Buy a home theater. Let's go watch it.
Yeah.
I'm in it. I mean, I think because I think you sent, or you asked have we seen it, and you sent the link, and I was just like, I have no idea what the fuck I just watched, but they getting my money.
Bro, that's exactly how I felt. Like, I watched every trailer going into the movie, man. Me and Dev, I was like, Dev, I don't know what the fuck movie we finna go watch. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this movie is about. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised if I leave out not knowing. I left out knowing a lot. And it's just like, you start rethinking everything. Like,
actually, you want to buy out a movie theater? You can buy all the seats. I think they're cheap.
Where does
Aren't
Fred get all this money from?
Listen,
aren't they being cheap? I thought they were being cheap right now. Like they were being like 75 cents or something.
Fred been going across the border picking up some stuff, boy. Fred, my bad, Fred. My bad. I'm cut this part out. My bad, Fred.
I'm in it. I don't know if I'm going to. I doubt I go see Tenet. I might have to wait till that is available on other services before I watch it. But I'm in it to see it like that.
On digital, on digital, right? You gotta watch it digital
when it's available on digital because I ain't got nothing else to watch.
No, I did want to say this. Running out of time. Can we hit the top 10?
Yeah. Most definitely. Dude, we got a question though. We got to do it.
Yeah, we do.
We ain't did a random question. Mini out.
Oh, y'all ready for a random question?
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually thought about this a little bit as the other day. What was I watching? I was watching it's the movie with Tom Hanks and Halle Berry. I forget the name of it.
It's not Hardball.
No, it's
Don't remember.
Hardball.
It's not Hardball. But anyway.
Cloud Atlas?
Cloud Atlas. That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
What?
I looked it up.
Because this may be a little difficult to you. What's a movie that you didn't see like when it came out and it was popular that you watched later in life and was like, this is a great movie? Like, what's one of those movies? Because I'm just curious as a fan.
It has to be out whenever we were alive, right?
No, just any movie that like you didn't see or didn't, or it's a cult classic, never see it, watch it, and you're like, you know what? This is a great movie.
Do you gotta understand? I didn't watch a lot of movies till later in life. So like that's
so the one that like really resonated with you and you were like, this movie as a whole is a great movie.
Okay, this is gonna sound childish, but I know exactly my pick. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like that type of like Fred has never watched it late in life and like, you know what? I see why people love this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro, okay, go ahead, Fred. But like,
I'm just going off of that one because again, I could classify Star Wars and all that stuff in general, but I watched that when I was younger, so I can't really. I've watched it and rewatched it so much that Ferris Bueller kind of gave me that. Huh? Okay, I get it. I understand. I could say the same thing about Back to the Future, but I still don't kind of. I feel like Ferris Bueller beats it. It gave me that feeling like this is a really good movie. I don't know. Like I wasn't. It's my expectations were so low for it that it kind of just, or there was no expectations at all. So it kind of gave me the Guardians of the Galaxy effect. The first movie. So when the first Guardians of the Galaxy came out in theaters, I went in with no expectations, and then the movie was great. So that's kind of the same effect I had with Ferris Bueller, even though it was later in life. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah, it's definitely better. Back to the Future, not even close. Like, you can say anything. You can say Breakfast Club, The Breakfast Club.
I haven't seen it.
Pretty Woman. What's the one?
Pretty Woman's great.
Notting Hill with Julia Roberts. Fucking A. You know I love rom-com.
I haven't seen it.
Bro, she's a celebrity. He just runs a fucking bookstore. It's like the most like legit situation ever because he knows who she is, but like he's really not trying to make anything out of it. It's like he pretty much like, I don't got no fucking chance. Like I'm not gonna try, but I'm just gonna be nice to this person just because. Like she's trying to get away from paparazzi and shit. People start recognizing, and she like go to his spot, and then it becomes like a thing. And like they get super, super close. And, like she has to leave, and like he's trying to get away. Like that. It's but dude, like you saying that it is so. Have you ever seen Planes, Trains, Automobiles?
I think I want to say I did.
I don't even know what that is.
The name rings a bell for me.
Funniest movies I have ever seen in my life. It
I think I've
stars
seen it.
fucking A, man. What's the guy? He plays the Pink Panther.
The old dude.
Steve Martin.
Yeah, Steve Martin and the other guy. I can't think of his name. He passed away. It's just about these two dudes trying to get back to Chicago for Christmas, and the can't get on no airplanes, so they took a train. And the fat guy, I can't think of his name.
They end up hitchhiking, don't they?
Everything, dog. Yeah, they end up missing.
Yeah, no, I've seen the movie.
They get a car, and he like going the wrong direction once he starts driving. They wreck the car, the stuff is on fire. Like, it is hilarious. It's like being stuck with the worst
Scenario, case scenario?
person ever. Yeah, worst case scenario. Like, you're like, okay, who is this? And it's just worse. You just met. Y'all don't know each other, but y'all both trying to get to the same place. So it's like, okay, let's try to do this together. You know what I'm saying?
They sort of remade it whenever like Robert Downey Jr. made a movie similar to it a while back. Due Date.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, similar to it.
But it's way better than Due Date. Like, also, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is being remade with Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
Oh, that's gonna be funny. The heart.
Where can I send my money
to? Listen, I already put my deposit down. Right. I'll put my deposit down for my seat.
Where can I send my money to? Okay.
What's yours, though? What's yours?
So for me, this is a movie I've always heard was great. I didn't watch this movie for the first time until like a year or two ago. Castaway.
Still haven't.
I just watched Castaway this year.
Right.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it though.
I had never seen Castaway, and it just so happened like I was in work and in some circles and people were talking about it and I was just like I would tell them I'd never seen it and I'd be like what? You know, people would
cuss you out or something.
I never feel
right, like they'd be like finna cuss you out and I was like I never seen Castaway and then I sat down and watched Castaway. I'm finna get real movie bougie on y'all. That movie is transcendent.
It transcends.
Listen. There have been very few deaths I have been upset about an inanimate object.
Nigga Wilson.
What, the volleyball?
Listen.
Oh, man, my dog Wilson, man.
Listen. When that dude lost Wilson, I don't think I've ever been so upset about a death. And then when he gets back to civilization and he finds his lady and she just that whole.
That's what killed you right there.
I'm just like.
That's what killed you right there. That's what killed you right there. Listen, Wilson was bad, dog. Wilson was bad. But when that man got back and she didn't even come in to see him.
I'm probably still not gonna watch it soon.
Fred, I'm telling you, bro. What people say about Castaway is so true. That movie.
I've never had anybody tell me that about Castaway. People tell me about other movies.
Listen, Castaway, because when you hear people talk about Castaway, they talk about Wilson. Don't get me wrong. That man on that island with Wilson is great. But what they don't tell you about is the lady that he had, the love of his life that he had, and their whole situation prior to him leaving and getting stranded on that island. And then he comes back. They find him. It's this whole big thing celebration. And she don't even come to see him. And then you found out why. And then they dangle the carrot like there's a chance at reconciliation. You got to be quicker than that. And I'm just like,
God damn.
It killed me. Killed me. I said, no. Dude, that's the only thing he was holding on to.
Right. He was holding on
to it. He kept the picture the whole time.
What?
The whole time.
Listen, Fred, Castaway is one of those movies that is so great, you'll never watch it again.
I got a feeling that makes it, from what you said, It makes me feel like the guy, even though he made it back to civilization, is going to go back and get stranded on an island to commit suicide because of what happened.
I mean, I'd
We
probably
ain't gonna even talk about the whole suicide situation.
Okay, so I'll leave it alone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. So
Fred,
apparently,
let me tell you, I don't know how long Castaway is, but from start to to the end, like from start to finish, I need a Castaway too. I need to know, Fred. Listen, if you've never seen Castaway, watch Castaway. Castaway is one of the movies that you hear people talk about. Great movie, and then it's Tom Hanks. I don't think there's a bad movie Tom Hanks
with
is.
Tom Hanks, I've heard that.
I don't think he's like the white Will Smith. I don't think there's anything. Even if the movie's bad, he's still great as the character he plays. Like even if the movie as a whole is bad, like his character's still great. Castaway is just that movie for me. Like I was just like, I don't know how I went my whole life and never saw this movie.
Did you remember I used to be at your house and like we would flip through the channels and it would be on?
Be on TNT.
Yeah,
be on TNT.
We just never watched it.
Just flip on through. Just like I'm not interested in that. I don't want to see that. And
Doesn't catch your eye.
Fred, I'm telling you, bro, like that's one of those movies where it's like, I've heard about it, you know about it, you just for whatever reason never seen it. You sit down and you watch it and you're like,
what have I been missing?
I'll add it to my watch bucket list.
Yeah. All right, that's it, you guys. Thank you guys for joining us for today's podcast. Let us know what movies that you discovered late that realized that it was an amazing movie and transcended. Yeah.
DBZ made way for the big three. All I'm saying.
Always a fellow.